Welcome to the Granny Square series. This week we're going to be looking at the popcorn Granny Square. This is a nice textured square. This one's made in the Stonewash Moonstone colour. And for the tutorial I'm going to be using Stylecraft Special DK in Vintage Peach. So to begin, we're going to make a double magic circle. I'm using a 4mm hook and we're going to chain one. Yeah. So to make our first popcorn, we're going to make 4 US doubles, UK trebles. I've already chained one, so I'm going to chain second time, and then we're going to make our first US double, UK treble. And 3 more. After you've made 4 stitches, pull the loop and then take your hook out. We're going to insert the hook into the first stitch we made, and then take hold of your loop, pull the loop through, and then pull that tight so we pinch those stitches together. We're then going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to repeat. So we're going to make another popcorn stitch, chain 4, and we're going to do that 3 times so that we have 4 popcorn stitches for round 1 with 4 chain 4 spaces. And I'll see you at the end of the round. You can pause the video, or if you're just watching and you're going to make one later, you can just watch me speed up for a moment. So I've just made my 4 popcorn stitches and I've done my chain 4, and we're now going to tighten our circle. So we're going to pull the tail end just a little bit to see which loop tightens first, and then we're going to pull the loop that started to tighten first, nice and gentle. And then we pull the tail. And then we're going to slip stitch into the chain space to join. And that's the end of round 1. 4 stitches with 4 chain spaces. So we're in the corner. We're going to start round 2 by chaining 2. And then we're going to make our first popcorn stitch. So we're going to make 4 US doubles, UK trebles. Just get some more yarn. Pull the loop, insert your hook into the first stitch you made, take hold of the yarn, pull through and tighten. We're then going to chain 4 because it's the corner, and then make our second popcorn stitch into that chain 4 space. So after we've made the corner, we're going to chain 2, and we're going to hop across to the next corner. So we're going to repeat. We're going to make 2 popcorn stitches into the corner with a chain 4 space between. After you make your first popcorn, chain 4, and then make the second popcorn stitch. After we finish the corner, we're going to chain 2 and hop across to the next corner. So I'm going to leave you to make those, and I'll meet you back at the end of the round. So I'm just coming up to the end of my round. I'm going to chain 2, and then I'm just going to slip stitch straight into the chain 4 space. And that's how it should look at the end of round 2. So if you find that it's pulling too much, if your chains are quite tight, you can always try doing chain 3 along the edge spaces, yeah? If that doesn't work, but you might want to wait until the next round because sometimes it pulls it out. But popcorn stitches do need blocking really, otherwise they do tend to sort of pull the work inwards. So let's start round 3. We're going to make the corner first. So we're going to chain 2. We're going to make our first popcorn stitch, same as we did for the other rounds. So after we've made our corner, we're going to chain 2, and then we're going to go into the chain 2 space with 1 popcorn stitch. Chain 2 after your popcorn stitch, and we should be back at a corner, yeah? So we're going to make a popcorn stitch, chain 4, and then a popcorn stitch, and that's our repeat. So I'll see you at the end of the round. So I'm just coming to the end of round 3. I've made my chain 2, and I'm just going to slip stitch into the corner to join, and there we go. There's the end of round 3. You can just pull it out a little bit just to bring it into shape. So for round 4, we are going to swap to chain 3 spaces, 2 and a chain 5 in the corner, just to give everything a bit more room for when we're joining the squares together, yeah? Whoops, my yarn caught there. Right, so we're going to chain 2 and then make the first popcorn stitch. And then chain 5, unless your chains are quite loose, you may want to keep to chain 4, yeah? So it's all about, everybody has slightly different tension. So chain 3, and then we're going to make the popcorn stitch into the chain 2 space from the previous round. And then again chain 3, and then a popcorn stitch in the chain 2 space. Oops. And then chain 3, and we should be at the corner. So we're just going to repeat, and I'll see you at the end of the round. So I've just made my last stitch. I've chained 3, and now I'm going to slip stitch. I'm going to go into the corner and chain 2 to finish. Yeah, and I'll cut that in a moment. But let's just pop that down, and we can pull out the corners. Yeah, see these popcorns kind of pull in a bit, so it does want to be, whoops, blocked. Just pull those corners out, and then it'll pop back in nicely. There we go. And that's your 4-round popcorn square. I hope you enjoyed making that. They're a bit similar to the puff squares. It's nice texture though. I'll see you in the next video.